Leo, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of April. Thank you very much for being here and getting the most out of life, basically. Let's just go into your monthly April reading. I did a collective reading the other night. Most powerful thing it was, really, for me. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the collective consciousness, basically, and what goes on with the collective consciousness. Eight of Cups. Are you having a walk away from something at the moment or walking towards something? Let's find out. We're going to be going into the overall energies. Queen of Cups jumping out as well. There's loads of things. You've really got it buzzing on at the moment, haven't you, Leo? So overall energy is going to be here. Then we got the karmic messages on your relationship side. Then we got weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's also combining with the influence from the universe, influence from our past self, future self, and the overall outcome. So, and this side here is on your sort of financial sort of side, your job, your businesses and stuff like that. Let's just get straight on in here and see what's going on with your overall energies. Two of Pentacles. Concentrating on one thing at a time. Don't try and sort of spread yourself too thinly, basically, Leo. Sometimes you can do that because it can provide a lot of things in life, and I can understand it. I think everybody does do that, but at the moment, I think it's more of a case of concentrating on the things that really work for you. And this is the overall energy that's sort of coming through. You've had a really good last sort of 2 or 3 months, I think. Last sort of 2 or 3 months, you've been very confident about things, and you've had a really good energy flowing through you. It's also a way of Two of Pentacles is a bit about sort of revealing things, bringing things to the surface that you may not have noticed because you're concentrating on one aspect of life. And it could be the way as well that this logical progression that's coming through the collective could be coming through you, and that's helping you to sort of focus or get a bit more precision on how you interact with the world around you. And yeah, does it feel like, what's it mainly? To be honest, I think it feels mainly on, I'm not going to go into your chakras today. I'm going to do that at the weekend for the weekly. I'm just going to go into the chakras for the weeklies and your aura. But on this, just feeling on this sort of side, I think it's more sort of on your material side that you're going to be concentrating rather than on your relationship side. You're really good at making money. That's no doubt about it. And when you concentrate on something, you really get it done. The difficulty is for you, which tends to be the more the case, is holding on to that money. And because sometimes you can be a little bit flamboyant, can't you, sort of, Leo? But here I think it's a case of literally concentrating at the moment and getting things done and getting them done properly by the looks of things. Let's just see what's going on in your relationship side. 9 of Wands. Did we see that in the collective? Yes, I think we did. In fact, we may have even seen it twice. The 9 of Wands, this is your karmic message here. So it's sort of like not repeating mistakes that you've done in the past. Having those healthy boundaries, maybe of something that sort of you've learned. You're a wiser person than you were before. There's no doubt about it. And with that learning of how people are and how people can be with you, sometimes it's good to have sort of just generally healthy boundaries, so you just don't get involved in situations that doesn't really serve you anything at the moment. Let's just see what's going on in this sort of first week of that. Oh, 7 of Wands. A lot of Wands going on here on your relationship side. Very passionate. 7 of Wands is about sort of defending your position. It's also the 7 of Wands is also about concentrating on yourself, concentrating on your own well-being, and just realizing where you are with you in the world, basically, at the moment. And I think that's a good idea for you to concentrate on yourself, concentrate on your well-being in regards to how you feel about your relationships, not having to pull yourself from pillar to post to satisfy everybody. Resourcing yourself. It's also a case of the Seven of Wands. It comes off the back of the Six of Wands. That comes off the back of success. And when you get a bit of success, some people might want to sort of knock you off your perch, as it were, knock you off your pedestal. So I think that's what that ties into, that healthy boundaries is all about. So maybe in the way you interact with the relationships that are around you, just be wary of people and their ulterior motive, maybe, as regards to you and your position. Let's just see what's happening on the second week. And this is how the universe is also influencing you here. This one here, the Seven of Wands, sorry, not the Ace of Swords here. We'll come on to that in a second, because it's just the universe is sort of talking to me here, sort of saying, consolidating your position after a good period of progression within your relationships. And this could be a way of sort of saying, realizing what sort of relationships are good for you and what relationships are not really good for you. You may know a lot of people, Leo, but it doesn't necessarily mean that every single one is your best friend in a way. In the second week, I think this comes to the light with a victory within yourself, almost a case of like the sword that's cutting through the mist, as it were, and it's going to help you sort of. It's almost like a gift in a way. It comes a little bit out of left field. It might be something that you hear around you, but as you connect with the energy, and it's sort of asking you to seize the moment, I think, more than anything else, with the people that actually provide you or interact with you in a way that's very comfortable for you. And it's going to bring you back to that sensation of feeling at ease with people that are around you. But don't forget those healthy boundaries that are around you at that point. And it's also setting you up as someone who knows, someone who's in a place of not necessarily more sort of knowledge, but more of a case of someone who is a reliable person to go to in a way. And you may find that this could be one of your victories, could be one of your senses where people will be coming to you. And this is a case of spreading that logical sort of that logical revolution, in the sense that getting involved with people that are worth getting involved in. If people haven't got that logic, and this is what this could be to these healthy boundaries there. You've got the Two of Cups playing through at the moment as I'm talking about it, but it could be a case of that logical sort of progression of realizing the people who have understood the new paradigm that we're living in and the people who haven't. And you can't really wake up the people who haven't. And if there's people that just want to sort of cause havoc and trouble, I wouldn't rise to the occasion on that, and I would just allow it to free flow and just let it go, let it flow away from you. Really, these are not things worth not worth fighting over in a way. And I think this is what the universe is sort of saying here. I think this is a consolidation of your comfortable position. We got Justice, so there may be a case here where someone maybe this month is sort of like playing you a little bit, in the relationships that are around you. I don't think it's a person. I don't think it's your partner. That doesn't seem to come across. It more is a case of the people that are around you generally. Could be sort of like friends, family, or the community that is around you. And Justice is has got that balance feel to it. That sort of moment of sort of saying, this is what it was, and this is what the understanding that comes from it, and this is what is just. It gives you that sort of harmonious sort of aspect of sort of knowing how things were, and it will allow you to sort of I don't want to say call out other people, because this would only provoke any sort of like conflict you might have with some people. And I really don't think it's worth winning. I think it's worth actually just following your path and exploring all those beautiful relationships you have around you. And yeah, going on to your star, your dreams and aspirations on for your relationships around you. That's what sort of comes out of that justice. I think that justice card is a realization within you of what is worth investing in, or what is worth involving yourself in, and what is not worth involving yourself in, basically. And that's what that star card is. It's bringing you onto those dreams and aspirations of the future. And the star card is also sort of like feeding those waters, those emotions within you, but also feeding the land that is around you at the moment, which makes it very fertile land. So you can, you can plant your seeds of friendship in the people that really do matter to you. And I think that's really important for the collective as well, because the people who may be sort of creating conflict for you, they will find their own balance and harmony with the people that they need to be with, and maybe they just don't need to be with you, and it will save you a lot of headache by the looks of things. But concentrating on that star card, almost concentrating on that gift that's coming in from the universe, that sort of victory in a way, that self-satisfaction of knowing I was right, giving you those healthy boundaries. And that's what that Two of Pentacles, as I say, it sort of sometimes reveals things that is around you. But I think that's more of a backstory than anything else. Let's see what's going on in your your material side of life, your financial sort of side, because I think that's the part that plays out the most. Ace of Pentacles. It certainly does. This is your karmic path here. So this is the beginning of something new. It's also learning about stuff. It's starting of stuff. It's that seed that I was talking about that can be planted on that fertile land on the star card, which is quite good because it goes from that karmic message to the overall energy from 1 to 2 Pentacles. It's also a gift that comes from the outside world, from the world that is around you. So there could be opportunities here to be seized upon within the world, and that Ace of Pentacles, the start of a new cycle for you. Let's just see what's going on in the first week. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Now the Three of Swords, if it was on this side, yes, I could understand that it could be maybe a painful sort of thing, but I don't think the universe or this week here is all about a painful sort of situation. It could well be that you're moving on. It could be that you're getting a promotion, or you're realizing that actually the way in which you can use the power that is in your pocket to make a much more sort of viable world, not just for you, but for everybody that is around you, could be leaving something behind. That could be that Eight of Cups that we saw right at the beginning, leaving something behind that, and it could be painful to leave it. If you're getting a promotion or you're starting a business and you're moving up in the world, you may be sort of moving away from that happy-go-lucky aspect of life. It might sort of be a little bit painful to move away from that. Because you're used to it, because you've got good friends in that sort of sector. But it doesn't mean you have to get rid of these people that are around you, or not speak to these people that that you've been involved with. But I think it's more of a case to be said here, because it's on this side here, and several people have got this already. I think this is more of a case of actually taking your emotions out of the situation. If you take your emotions out of the situation according to your business and your material side of life, it's going to breed success for you. It's going to breed a sort of knowing aspect, a security, almost like a reassuring vibration that you can have with your sort of within your workspace, or within your projects around you, or within the material world around you. So in this first week here, I wouldn't get emotionally involved you've already got a lot of emotion on your relationship side. So in your physical side, on your material side, I would sort of like, keep the emotions under wrap, as it were. Yeah, nurturing your future. And I've got a funny feeling somebody, I've forgotten what sign it was. It could even well be Taurus, which you have a really good connection with. The second week here is nurturing this seizing of the karmic path, this new start within you, and nurturing that sort of that progression that is within you, that start, that seed that you've planted. And it is your karmic mission to go ahead down that path. I wouldn't look back if I was you, Leo. Basically, I would certainly look forward as you go into your projects and into your financial sort of world. And as you do, it's something that you've got to nurture. As I said, you're really good at making money, and this is what you've got to nurture. I think accumulate the sort of wealth and gains. And as you do, you come up to the third week. Now, this is the past here, and this is your future. The past here is almost sort of saying, nurture the plans that you've already had in place, but also that which breeds into the new plans, which is coming out through the karmic mission here. Keeping your emotions under wraps so you can actually go through this new portal within the third week. And in the third week, it's moving up an echelon. And this is where maybe this new job offer comes in, or taking this new job offer, or taking your business to the next level, or your projects to the next level, and realizing that you can, you're going from one paradigm to another. And it's a real celebration for you. It's almost like justice that you've got on this side as well. You could say it's a marriage card as well. So it's sort of like connecting you to the people that are around you, and seeing how you can develop this sort of Ace of Pentacles, this new seed, this new pathway that is opening up because of the changing logic, or the changing paradigm that is in the world around us. As I said in the collective reading, and I think that comes out between the 11th and the 21st of April, when all of a sudden things are going to change, and it's going to be in order to sort of survive in the future world, we've got to approach life in a very energetic sense, in a completely different way, and have a sort of logical progression. And in logic, there is no emotions. There's no emotions in our brain. The emotions are in our body. That is where you're going to find the logic, rather than, there's no logic in our hearts. Well, there is actually, but anyway, that's another story for another day. But there's more sort of logic within your brain, as it were, because that's where all of the emotions sort of come together, and the monkey mind sort of says, okay, the heart says this, and the stomach says this, and in that case, logically, we should be doing that. And this is what I think you realize by the third week, which is going to sort of propel you to the going out to the future. And there's the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups has literally been coming, every single sign has got it. And it came out a lot in the monthly collective reading as well, which you should see. And here is all of a sudden, going through this new paradigm, you are provoking a lot of ideas and a lot of possibilities in the future. You're bringing these things towards you because of that logical, progressive ideas, and the changing aspect of the human collective, basically the collective consciousness. Let's just see what we can glean a little bit more out of a clarification on all of this. Let's see what we've got going on for the Two of Pentacles here. Let's just see what you're supposed to be concentrating on, or what is coming out from that. I've got the pack upside down. I better put it the other way. Page of Cups. It could be an offering of love coming in for you. Not really sure. I think it's more of a case of, that's not totally what I feel here. It's more of a case of actually believing in your dreams, believing in that star card there, in regards to your relationships, believing in that there is a noble justice out there that can sort of be, you know, which will verify your past actions, basically. And it's concentrating on those dreams and aspirations for the future, which will, it's going to take you away from the complications that you may find a little bit around you at the beginning of April. Let's just see what's going on the karmic path. Yeah, that nine of wands comes out of that 10 of swords. So the 10 of swords, yes, it's usually means like a painful ending to something, but I think the emphasis here is on the ending of something. And I think this is also to do with, as I said earlier on, those sort of those people around you that may not have your best interests at heart. And I think it's a base of really reconsolidating your position. The hangman, seeing things in a different way. I think it's seeing the relationships around you as people sort of, as I said in the collective reading about this logical progression, this logical revolution that's happening at the moment. This hangman is almost sort of seeing people who just haven't got it yet, that haven't woken up to it in your surroundings. And as I say, I don't think this is to do with couples. I think this is more to do with friends, family, and that sort of thing. And as you see things in a different way, it's going to sort of breed that some consolidation of your position, of who you are, and you're going to see things clearly for what they are. And it's going to be an ending for you in regards of some people that just are not on the same path as you. As simple as that. It's nothing nasty. It's not, there may not, I don't even think there's arguments involved or anything like that. I just think it's a realization that you're heading down a path that these that some other people around you are not. Let's just see what this what's this gift coming through from the Ace of Swords. What's this victory all about? What's this needs to be earned or sort of won out of it? Now we've got the Three of Swords. We have the Three of Swords over this side. Yeah, I think you generally like people to be noble and honest and stuff like that around you. I think you like people to be straight with you, and it could be painful because someone may, and this is what the Ace of Swords could bring up in the second week. It may bring up a situation where you're going to find within that illogical people that are around you, it might be painful to say goodbye to them. It might be painful because you know, they're not being completely straight with you. It's like someone sort of you know, talking around the thing rather than actually being honest with you. And I think that's, you're going to be disappointed in that, and it's going to be painful. Might be painful for you to accept that within the world around you, within the people that are around you. But I think you should, and I think you should be concentrating to moving on to a brighter future. And once you realise it, all of a sudden, this is where this Justice card will really come into its own. Taking a bit of a leap of faith, believing in yourself, I think. And I think this is what this clarification comes out as well. With that justice there, it's going to take a leap of faith where you're going to have to believe in this justice. You're going to have to believe in this logic. I always say to people, don't believe, just know. It's much more important, because sometimes you can get conned within the belief system. So I would really start realizing what you know rather than what you believe, basically. And it's gonna demand from you a bit of a leap of faith within your personal life. Let's see what's going on at the end. Star cards, the Lovers. Yes, I think you're going on to much better things. I think whatever this situation is here, and it could be with a friend, it could be with a family member. It's a painful conclusion to something, and you've learned a lot of lessons through that conclusion. And through those lessons, by the end of the month, you're going to be open to meeting or at least, and this could be the consolidation things and seeing things differently. It could be a case of exploring with greater depth the beautiful relationships you do have around you, and just continuing on your path, basically, as you go forward. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. Here's the karmic message here. So this cycle that's starting up for you, and I think it really kicks in the third week. This cycle here is a long-term cycle, so you're planting seeds for the future. So let me say, let's say if I planted a seed, a wheat seed, and then that plant grows, and then that wheat seed then makes a total of, say, like, let's say 30 seeds. Then all of a sudden I've got 30 seeds to plant. I can plant them, and from those 30 seeds get 30 plants with 30 seeds on them, which is up to 900 seeds. I think it's 900. 30 times 30, yeah, it's 900 seeds. And then I've got 900 seeds. I replant them, and from that I get to 27,000 seeds. And before I know it, I've actually got enough wheat in order to make all the bread I need and have all the seeds for the going future. And it's a gradual, progressive sort of process which you're going through. And that's what that nurturing is all about, taking your emotions out of the situations. Okay, let's just see what we got with that. We got the 7 of Wands, which is over there. There's definitely something switcheroo which is going on between the two here. It could well be that sort of like you might be disappointed with someone you work with, and it might be an emotionally difficult sort of thing, and it's concentrating on yourself, as I said, the 7 of Wands here, consolidating your position, and moving on to nurturing the brighter future. So yeah, taking your emotions out of the situation on the financial side, and you know, making sure your emotions are really clear on your relationship side. And I got a funny feeling it could be someone that you are working with at the moment, and it's going to free you up enormously as you go forward. Let's just see what's going on in the second week, how your past sort of self. 7 of Pentacles. Did we not have the 7 of Pentacles somewhere? I could have sworn we did. I mean, yes, of course, it's on that one card there. Blimey. So we've got a double 7 of Pentacles going on here. Nurturing your future. I think it's really important. And you're really good at this, Leo. When you put your mind to it, there is, you know, there's no holding you back here. And yeah, it's going from that situation, concentrating on yourself, and actually nurturing your progression, your sort of material development. And as you do develop, then you go into that 4 of Wands situation where you're moving forward into a new dimension, into the new logic, which we saw in the collective reading, which will be linked you know, at some point in this video. Let's just see what's going on in that. As you go through it, I think you're going to step into your power, you know, quelling or extinguishing those doubts within you, building up that strength and that confidence that we've seen over the past sort of few months within you. It's very much a you card, Leo. And yeah, just being totally strong as you go through that dimensional change, which we're all going through, which is this week here is the so that's 0 to 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21. And that's what that 11 to 21 of April I was talking about. And I think here in this period here, it's almost asking you to stand up and be counted. It's taking you on that sort of crusade in life, making you sort of almost, you know, taking you on that righteous path. Let's just see what's going on with that 9 of Cups. What are those gifts that are coming out for you? It's you. Maybe you're the gift. You've got the King of Wands. Look, you've got the Strength card, the Lion, and etc. Holding, you know, having that heart there, having that control over their emotions, which we saw earlier on in the month. And as we go forward into the month, the gifts that you have will turn you into a leader going forward. And it's going to make your relationship side and your financial side, if you follow this logic that we were talking in the collective reading, if you follow it, you're really going to come out on tops here, Leo. And the world needs you to come out on top. The world's a better place when you actually live fully within your power. You will fully connected to the energies that are around you. Because when you do, energy is incredibly logical. And when you connect with energy, everything becomes logical. And this is going to help you to sort of head down your path. And that strength that is going to be driving you on. It's going to be a driving force behind you. And it's going to provide for you lots of possibilities, lots of emotionally fulfilling and satisfying parts of your financial or material world. Absolutely beautiful reading. It's a real transition week for you as we move into Taurus season. You will be transitioning from your summer period into your autumn period during this month as well. If you look at it as an Astroflower rhythmical fashion. And that's sort of like, it's almost coming to the pinnacle of your year as you're coming to the end of that year, and you're going to really realize the achievements that you've made and the striving forward that you're doing. And certainly within your relationships as well, I think it's going to provide for you a very satisfying end of the month. There you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much for subscribing. Absolutely enjoy it. Hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, I'll see you again without shadow, without doubt. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.